Hello, everyone. This is Empowered Conversations with Dena, and I am so excited to have as a guest today Teresa Hnat of Teresa Hnat Studios. And in the house is Paige Dest, who is going to be joining the conversation today. So I'm super excited to be having this conversation. So thank you both for being here. And Teresa, thank you for being with me to really talk about this.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm excited to
looking
tackle
forward to
this subject because it's something I'm very passionate about.
Yes. We're talking about find courage for the camera. And this whole topic came out of a networking meeting that Teresa and I were in. And the whole conversation started to come up about being in front of the camera. And what came out was people's insecurities in that moment, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm kind of insecure because I have maybe an extra 20 pounds on that I don't want, or I do it if I lost weight, or right?
That's one of the biggest reasons I hear is I really want to do this, but I want to lose 10 pounds first.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Teresa, I'm going to first just open it up to you in terms of you work with so many people and I see you all over the place, which is phenomenal and fabulous photos and videos. What are you seeing and how are people tapping into courage to get in front of the camera?
I think the whole experience for me is like, as the photographer, I'm kind of privy to all those inner thoughts that people have. And it's amazing, like during a session, how vocal some people are about their flaws. Like they are just bashing themselves the whole time. And it's almost heartbreaking to listen to someone go like, oh, I look so lumpy, and oh, I look so fat. And it's just like, you look gorgeous. What are you talking about? Like, as an outsider, I think you look great. But like, I understand too those insecurities because I myself have gained 10 pounds during COVID that I don't like on my body. And like, I have little weird things about myself I don't like. Like, I have one eye that isn't centered. So if you photograph me at a certain angle, like it just doesn't look right. And like, I'm very self-conscious about it, but most people don't even notice until I point it out to them. And like most of our flaws, most people don't even notice until you point it out to them. So during these sessions, like as they're bashing themselves, I'm always trying to build them back up. And I tell them two big takeaways to always think about is A, the things you notice about yourself, other people tend not to notice. Like they're not going to be looking at that. That's not, because the rest of us aren't privy to your inner like insecurities. And then second, it's actually been scientifically proven that when someone looks at a photograph, the first place they look is your face. So they're not looking at your hips, they're not looking at your tummy, they're looking at your face. That's where their eyes go. So if you're projecting confidence in your face, like it's only going to attract people more. And like that's the key to taking great photos. It's not wearing good clothes, it's not being 10 pounds thinner, it's just coming in with that confidence because you can see it in somebody's face.
Yes, absolutely. And I think certainly that just as insecurities come within, I think that there's that level of confidence that comes from within.
Definitely.
Yeah. So one thing that I do with some clients that I think is an awesome thing to do with anybody is I have them start to identify some things that they love about themselves. And I make them go one step further with the because.
I love that.
So it's not so surface of, oh, I like my hair. I like my eyes. Why? And here's one thing that I love about this is because we're not all exactly where we want to be physically. Some are, give it to you. I'm not one. And sometimes it is even like this. I may not be happy like 100% with how my legs look, but I love my legs because they allow me to get to get to any place that I want to be. They support me and they ground me. Like that is taking it to a whole nother level of how we can really tap into some confidence and things that we can appreciate and be in gratitude for our bodies, and then allow that to go outward with confidence.
I love that.
That's
And
what I
it's
was
so
going to
true.
mention, is that the way that you present that is also shows the gratitude. I have gratitude for my legs, right?
Yes. And you know what? Things may not look as pristine as we want them to, but we have to tap into what we love about ourselves and why, or what we are grateful about ourselves and why.
Yes, I agree.
So it sounds like Teresa, it sounds like you're doing a lot of also kind of emotional mental work when you're working with people.
Yeah, because I mean, I want them to feel empowered during a session. I want them to feel confident in themselves. And I know I was actually working with someone yesterday who told me she's had sessions in the past, and like the photographers she's worked with have made her feel so awkward. And like that is exactly what I don't want to do. I don't want to make people feel awkward. So I'm there to lift them up, to support them, to guide them. I'm giving them instruction the whole time, because I never expect anybody to get in front of the camera and actually know what to do, because that in itself is like so anxiety, just like, oh, cringe worthy to just be like, okay, do something, because everyone just freezes, you know? So I'm always instructing and guiding. And then as a photographer, like there are certain things like poses and lighting that can either make you look bigger or smaller. So like, of course, I'm taking that into consideration as well. Like just standing up straight can make someone look 5 to 10 pounds thinner, like just naturally. And that's just good posture, you know? So like those little things that are simple to help people just look better. And then I love showing them the back of the camera and saying, oh my God, look how great you look. And they go, oh, I do look good. And that just seeing that, like they just light up, and you can see their confidence build because they know, okay, I'm looking good. So just having that little bit of validation like can help them just get even more confident.
Absolutely. I know I had a photo shoot with Teresa with 2 other ladies, and it was fun. It was super fun. And, in those moments, you might be wondering, okay, how do I look? How is everything? But when you get the instruction from you and the suggestions, and I would love to talk about maybe a few tips where people can kind of tap into that courage to be in front of the camera, because I'm doing A, B, and C, which looks better on camera or film.
Right.
And, just and you make it a fun experience,
Yay.
which a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard horror stories, which I don't know. It kind of is surprising to me. Like I figured like all photographers, like that's the name of the game. Like you're supposed to make it like fun and exciting and lots of energy and like, but I guess not everybody has gotten that memo. So
Yes. So what do you think are maybe like just a few quick tips that you would like to share that could make someone feel more confident and have more courage in front of the camera?
So I think affirmations are amazing. And I actually have started telling my clients like a week before their session to do affirmations every single day to just kind of like get them excited and to build up that confidence, because affirmations are so valuable, and they're just, it's amazing how well they work. I know I used to have some like taped to the mirror in my bathroom that I would read every morning. And that was so helpful, especially when I was going through like a pretty like not so great time. It really helped me just feel better. So definitely affirmations. Music can be a great thing for confidence. Like if you have certain songs, I tell people make a Spotify playlist and we'll play your music during your session, and just having that little bit of you playing, like it can just get people amped, and then they just kind of let their guard down a little bit. So music is awesome. And again, I tell them like I'm going to be there to instruct them, so them knowing that is usually like helpful. And just stand up straight and tall. again, like posture is not
Mhm.
only going to make your body look better, but like just having that straight and tall posture, like it makes you feel more empowered than like slumpy.
Yes.
And like, you know, when you feel slumpy, you feel
Yeah.
sad. Like when you feel straight and tall, you feel like, yeah, I got this. So good posture, like it's great for your body, but like it's also great for your mind.
Yes. And let's just say, Teresa, when you talked about affirmations, like you tapped into the counselor, life coach, and the emotional intelligence coach.
It's how you both go, yeah.
We're like,
We're like, yes.
absolutely.
I
So
love
I'm
it.
so excited that you said that because, you know, just like saying I love myself because, like, that's another great mindset to
Right.
even get into that I am going to have fun.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's
Great tips.
huge. That's a great
Definitely.
tip. I love it. And the music. Yes, when you
Music.
said it, literally I'm someone who loves music and uses it as a strategy for everything. Like if I'm tired, if I need to do stuff, let's put on some music that's going to pump me up.
Yes.
You know, if I'm frustrated, let's put on some music. Like it is my go-to. And when you said that, I could just like feel that, like, yes, putting
Yeah.
on your favorite songs that tap into like power, and you know, you could be like, yeah, you know,
So
it's
true.
awesome.
I listen
Completely
like on the way
agree.
to a session, I have like the stereo in my car like cranked all the way up, and I'm listening to like really high energy music because I'm like, yeah, like I want to get really amped up for the session. So I think having those songs that just get you excited can just really help bring your confidence to the next level.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
That's
awesome.
amazing tip. Definitely.
Yes, I love it. So I was wondering if there is any certain you also do video. So is there any certain things that you would want to share and talk about in terms of having courage now to get like to know that I'm going to be in a video?
I think when it comes to video, the biggest thing you can do is just be prepared. And I speak more from personal experience from this. So I don't know, maybe I'm alone, but I don't think I am. To me, one of the things that makes me the most anxious is just the not knowing, like not knowing
Mhm.
what I'm supposed to be doing, not knowing what I'm supposed to be saying. So if you are like, we're going to make a video, and then I show up that day and I have no clue what's going to happen, my anxiety is going to be through the roof.
I
So,
think most people would feel that way.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are
I
not
agree.
alone.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
So I think just being prepared, whether it's shooting your own videos. I know whenever I shoot a video for myself, like I always kind of script it out and I write out my shots. So I have at least a game plan. It can fluctuate, but I have a plan in mind. So with my clients, when they do video, we do a planning session. We talk about what's going to happen that day. We talk about the different kinds of shots we're going to do. We talk about what's going to be said. Most of the videos I shoot are voiceover videos, so it's not someone just standing there in front of the camera talking. I think
Mhm.
that kind of video is one of the most like terrifying videos for people to film. It's just me standing in front of the camera with lines that I have to memorize and saying them. Like that's terrifying. So most of the videos I do is me capturing them doing what they love, and then we do a voiceover later. And knowing that, the relief that comes to people's faces, they're like, oh, like they're just like, oh, I can do that. That's good. But they're prepared. They know going into it that that's what's going to be happening. So the day of filming comes and they're more relaxed than they would be if we hadn't talked about any of that. They would be like, oh, you know. So just being prepared can help you so much. And then I think when it comes to photos or videos, dressing, I don't want to say dressing your best, but dressing in clothing that makes you feel comfortable and empowered. Like if you're wearing something that's like clingy and tight and it doesn't feel like you and you're picking at it and adjusting it, like you don't feel confident in that moment because your clothes don't feel like they just don't feel right on you. So having clothes that feel comfortable and you still feel confident in, like we all have that one outfit in our closet that when we put it on, we're like, yeah. So wearing something like that, like, can just help so much.
And I'm going to bring forward this tip from my good friend Diane Trone. So she's our fashion stylist. And she always suggests put on an outfit and then have someone take a picture of you before anything. So then you can see what it looks like. And if you love it, then awesome. That's an outfit that goes on the rack. That's coming with me, right? Or
Right.
if you put it on and you're like, well, it actually I look bigger than I thought I did, or it shows stuff that just doesn't look right, then it goes back in the closet. So I think that that's a great tip too, to have someone, tap into that courage too, is when you have your wardrobe that is, whether it's coming out of your closet or you have a stylist work with you and you put it on and you feel amazing and you look amazing. That's huge.
It is. It
That's
can be
amazing. Yeah.
powerful. Like clothes can really help your confidence. Like I hate to be, it feels shallow, but it's at the same time, it's not shallow. Like it's just the way it is when you put on that outfit that makes you feel amazing, or those shoes or that necklace or whatever it is, like it can just really help.
Well, I think it's how you're presenting yourself to the world. And if you feel that you're presenting your best, I think that really goes into the confidence. So I love those
Absolutely.
tips. Thanks.
Absolutely. And, Teresa does a lot of branding photography and branding videography. So it is about wanting to present yourself that also showcases what you do and what you want to bring to the world. And Teresa, oh my goodness, you have created some beautiful, amazing pictures of people that to me are stunning, of how you have helped people represent themselves and their branding and their business.
Well, thank you.
Oh, yes.
It's, I have to say, when it comes to branding, the ladies I've had the pleasure of working with, they're so passionate about what they do that when it comes to capturing what they do, it's easy because they love what they do. So the minute you have them doing that thing, their face lights up and they just become, it's really, really cool to watch happen. You just see a change of them. Like they just are in their element and they're thriving there. And it's truly magical.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I just wanted to go over a few things. Now, I'm someone who loves to create, take a word and break it down into different little other meanings. And I did that with the word courage.
Oh, I love that.
To focus on today. And these are just some tips that I thought were really helpful and could be impactful. So the first one, that C, is confidence. Tap into your message and your wealth of knowledge for the camera or the video. Because one thing that I think is so important is being in front of the camera or the video doesn't take away from what is innately within us. Our expertise, our knowledge, our wealth of experience, and about bringing that forth to allow to step into a place of confidence also. O is own your why. So why are you stepping in front of the camera? Why are you stepping in front of the video to have a video done to represent you? And certainly let's have, any conversation or any thoughts that you have that pop up about these.
I love that one in particular. I have a feeling by the time you're done with this list, I'm going to be like, can I borrow this and put it on my website? Because I'm loving it so far.
You understand it's a process, not perfection.
And that I have to say, I love, especially, I feel like people have it in their head, like if they take a bad picture, it's like they're forever, but no, I delete the bad ones. Like I'm not going to show them to other people. So if it's a bad one, it's a bad one. We move on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Remember to breathe and have fun. How many times are we holding our breath?
Right, right.
Because I'm feeling a little apprehensive or a little nervous, and it's like, breathe.
Yes. I love that.
A, accentuate your best features. And that could come in terms of, again, clothing, accessories.
Yep.
Getting hair and makeup done.
Love it.
G, getting visible is often the goal. So know that I'm doing especially these branding photos because of visibility. Like if I'm feeling nervous about it, again, step into the why I'm doing this and that I
Yes.
want to get more visible. Like allow those things to propel you forward to make this a great experience. And then the last one, E, is embrace the opportunity that can come your way from putting out video and branding photos.
That one's a huge one too. Like just taking that little leap of faith and putting yourself out there can sometimes, it will reward you tenfold, like for sure.
Yeah.
That's
So
an excellent list.
Thank you. Anything else that you ladies, either one of you, feel like would be important to add?
I don't have anything in particular. I think it's just been an amazing conversation. I've loved hearing the tips, and for me, I think I don't particularly like my picture taken a lot either for the reasons we said earlier. But I like the way just stand tall and own it, right?
Yes, I
So
love that
This
little
is who
head
you
shake you
are,
just
and
did.
Right?
that's right.
Like own it.
That gives me confidence. I'm driving down the road. I'm listening to my music.
That's right. I
But yeah.
love these tips.
Yes,
I
definitely.
have one final tip, and it's gonna
Yes.
seem a little counterintuitive, but the best way to get over your camera, your fear of getting your picture taken, is to keep getting your picture taken. The more you do it, the more comfortable and confident you will become. Like I have clients that sign on for multiple shoots for a year. And that first one, it's always a little awkward. It's always a little like, but by that second and third one, they're just like, they're getting in front of the camera. They're just doing their thing. Like all the walls are down. So I think just doing it and having good experiences will just make you feel more and more confident each time.
That is so true.
Makes sense.
And that's true for everything that we do.
It's true. Yes.
So I think that's a fabulous tip. And I think it's a great tip to kind of look at wrapping up our conversation. But I definitely, Teresa, want you to share how people could find you and get in touch with you.
Awesome. So I am on Instagram. My handle is at Teresa Hnat Studio. And I have a website as well, which is teresahnat.com. And you'll find all my contact information there. Or if you want to email me, my email is teresa@teresahnat.com.
And I just would really highly recommend people to get on those sites, especially Instagram, because they can see your work. And check Teresa out because she is phenomenal. So you are working in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut.
Yes, right now. So hopefully one day I'll be traveling all over the world, but just for now, it's those 3 states, but I do travel around. So yes.
Excellent. And one other thing I just want to share with Teresa is she will meet you where you're at, and you guys could be out in nature. You could be walking the streets of a tiny little New England town. You could be in front of the beach or on the beach. Like, I love the fact of the versatility and how you are willing to meet a client wherever they are, whatever they envision. And you try to always make that happen.
Definitely. It's so important to me because it's all about representing who you are and your brand. And if the beach is part of that, then the beach is part of that. And we're going to the beach. So I'm very like adamant about that.
Awesome. So I want to thank you, Teresa, for being with me today. This was super fun. And I think lots of great information for people that I hope that, they tap right into it and, pull some of these things to really gain their confidence in front of the camera. Awesome. And gain courage for the camera. And Paige, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to have you. Yeah, it was great to have you be a part of the conversation. And I look forward to our next time. Awesome. So wish you all well. Have an empowered day and see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, ladies. Bye.
I'm going.